Topic is information technology or information communication technology in social science research. So, the moment information communication technology is addressed, specifically, I am focusing on education and research. So in that context, we are going to specifically use 3 E's of education. We are going to very specifically say one is in education, specifically enable. Enable means the teachers and the students has to be technology enabled. And also they have to be engaged using that particular technology and using the latest technology, incorporating the latest technology in our field. It can be, say, geography, or it can be sociology, or it can be any field of social science or life science or physical science. Today, without information technology or ICT, we will not be able to think of analyzing our data or doing the literature survey. So that is why I have used the 3 E's over there: enable, engage, and empower. The moment you are tech savvy and you know how to use the software tools, and also you are able to come to the latest platform where the international scientists are using in different countries, we will be empowered. We will be empowered with the latest technology over there. So that is why I am emphasizing on the word enable, engaged, and empowered. So how today's researchers are leveraging we have to go hand in hand with the emerging technology, and also at the same time we have to adopt the technology. And all of you are aware that because of the COVID, most of us have engaged the classes using the online facilities. So in today's scenario, what is happening? We have leveraged, almost all the teachers of the world are leveraged along with the emerging technologies, and we are made to use the technology in order to conduct the online class and also in research. So information communication technology is a wide reaching popular terminology in the current time. So if the global domination in development scenario, especially to enrich or strengthen the resources, use and uplift the living standard of the people. For example, when we are going to do a market survey, or when we are going to do a demographic survey, so specifically when we are going to do all these types of survey, what is going to happen? It should be useful to the society, and it should improve the standards of the society. For example, say in the field of medical science, if we are going to do some data analysis and research, means the output of that particular research, the analysis of the research should be helpful to the people, and it should give a new insights. The same logic applies to the social science also. So basically, ICT is just an instrument or device to interconnect the information beyond the physical human capacity through research outcome. So whatever the research outcome that is there, done by different scientists around the world, should come to a platform, and in that domain, all the scientists should be enabled. They should be able to access that particular data. So that is the meaning of that particular sentence. So information communication technology is a wide-reaching popular terminology in the current time, and it has global domination in development scenario, especially to enrich or strengthen the resource use or uplift the living standards of the people, or basically it is an instrument or device to interconnect. I'm reusing the same words over here again. So interconnect information beyond human capacity through research outcome. Whatever may be the research that we are going to do, whether it is in life science or physical science or in the medical science or in the social science, whatever may be our domain over there, it should be able to empower human. It should be able to uplift the human from the, say, the standard of the society, standard of the people have to be uplifted. So if it is medical science, as I said, a new drug, our research should be able to identify the cause of the disease and a new drug has to come. Or if it is a social science, for example, a demographic research means, so how many of them are there in the below poverty line? What is their livelihood? How much they are earning? How much they are spending? So all this data can be captured and analyzed using the data analysis softwares, and the outcome of it should be helpful to correct wherever the lacunae is there. So we will be able to use the ICT facilities in our day-to-day life very effectively we are using. So for example, we are using the social media, Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, email. So all these facilities we are using. At the same time, we are also using the internet banking facility we are actively utilizing, and the e-commerce, Amazon or Flipkart or any other e-commerce facility we are utilizing. So the meaning here is the everyday work of researcher involves in writing proposal. What are the activities that we are going to, as a researcher, we are going to perform is writing a proposal, writing a project proposal, developing the model, and doing the experimentation. But with the experiments, we have to collect the data and analyze the data, and then communicating with persons, surveying the literature survey we have to do, reviewing the data, writing articles, that is publishing our papers in reputed journals. So in all these activities, these are some of the few activities that I have listed, active researcher will be engaged in. And in all these activities of a researcher, ICT is going to play a major role. So let me come to the very fundamental activity that we are going to do is the literature survey. So literature survey, maybe 30 years or 40 years back, physically we have to struggle going to the libraries and visiting several libraries, not just one library, collecting our domain papers from those libraries where the journals are subscribed, and then going through that, and also the bibliography we were doing physically in using the cards. But today there are powerful softwares are available, and also the literature survey we will be able to do very specifically. We will be able to use the databases, or we can log into the journal homepage and we can view the volumes. And if it is an open source journal, freely we will be able to download the PDF file of that particular paper. Or if it is a paid journal, we will be able to pay only for that particular paper and we will be able to download. So these are the different activities that a researcher initially has to do. So thereby clear-cut understanding of the motivational papers he will be able to download in the first round. And then one can have a clear-cut idea of what is already done and what has to be done, where is the lacunae in that particular topic. So that is how you will be able to write the project proposal. And later on, based on that, a pathway or a framework can be developed in order to conduct the project. So what are the appropriate data do we need? So data capture and analysis is a very important step. Data has to be captured accurately, and captured data without any error. So especially we are going to say that in statistical language, 95% plus or 5 standard deviation is allowed. But if we have to come to a very concrete directional analysis and decision, the data has to be, if it is 100% accurate, then it will be more useful. So that is why the data capture, if it is done online or using a software, if the data capture is done, then the analysis will become very easy and also it will become very accurate. So communications and collaboration with the fellow researchers across the globe. So in our domain, who are the other scientists who are working across the globe? So that very specifically we will be able to communicate with them, interact with them, discuss with them. Thereby, communication and collaboration with the fellow researchers around the globe or inside India only, we will be able to discuss with them and see what is their direction or what is their perspective. And if they have published any paper, we will be able to share the papers and then we will be able to exchange the idea. Then the most important is the experiments can be done very accurately, but collecting data and storing data has to be very accurate. The collecting data and storage of the data. So information storage and retrieval. So the experimental data, whatever data that you are going to collect in your field of research, it has to be stored accurately, and whenever required, it has to be retrieved, and it should be, say, in a format wherein you will be able to port the data to different software platforms. So here what I have done is, very critically, I have divided the entire process of research into 7 steps using the ICT. Specifically ICT based research life cycle in 7 steps I am documenting over here. The first step that you are going to do prior to the first step, you would have done the literature survey and all that I have omitted. So if you are going to add that, it will become an 8th step. So after the literature survey, after having a very concrete idea of how to go about the research topic and what exactly is that pre-research activity you would have done, and you will be in a very specific direction in order to conduct the research, and what type of data you have to capture in order to meet your goal. That also you will be highly familiar and you would have scaled down. So that is why the first step will be data capture. The research data has to be captured with 100% efficiency and accuracy. And then on the other hand, seeing the type of data you have to structure. Appropriate softwares or without software or with software, you have to analyze the data. The data has to be analyzed. Without analyzing the data that is analyzed will become information. The raw data, if it is analyzed, it is going to become information. So that the analyzed data has to be specifically, you have to disseminate the data. Disseminate the data. How will you disseminate the analyzed information? Information has to be broadcasted. In what way we will be able to broadcast is specifically by publishing appropriate writing papers using the data and interpreting the analyzed data and then converting that into a knowledgeable information and then publishing in standard reviewed journals. Elsevier, in the end of the journal, I'm going to show you one of the samples of what is the topmost journals in the area of life science. So the 4th step is data publishing and dissemination. The 5th step is practice-led research. Specifically, the practice-led research is whatever the analysis of the data that is going to come, if it has to be implemented in some way, if it has to be, say, implemented in the experimental model, that has to be implemented, and then the effect of that has to be very clearly identified. So this is specifically the practice-led research. And then communication and collaboration. Collaboration, either it can be a national collaboration or a multi-domain collaboration or a multidisciplinary collaboration or an international collaboration. So the collaboration can be of many types. It can be interdisciplinary. A sociology researcher can collaborate with the economics person, or a sociology and economics fellow can collaborate with a statistical researcher. So this is how multi-domain or multidisciplinary research can be done. And for that, today we are having very specific communication channels are there. So using the WhatsApp or using the Twitter or Zoom or Google Meet or even in the network, we will be able to share our knowledge or data analysis we will be able to do. Incorporating them, inclusively, we will be able to call the other people in strategy and project management. Strategy and project management. Strategy is nothing but a pipeline. If there is initially, if we have made, if we have not added any step or any new in the analysis has to be taken, or the experimental data, some more parameters has to be added, or some refinement is required for the experiment protocol, so that you will be able to incorporate. That is specifically called as the strategy. So in a specific dimension, in a specific methodology, the project has to be managed. So in continuation with the information and communication technology, I would rather say it is an umbrella term that includes many communication devices or application encompassing. You can use in today's scenario, in order to, if you are making a survey, or if you are opinion poll or something like that, if you are doing, we will be effectively able to use the radio, we can use the television, we can use the mobile phones, we can also use the computer connected to the network, and then say specifically tailor-made hardware and software we will be able to use in that particular project, or even the satellite systems and so on. The sophistication, depending upon the budget that you are having, depending upon the technicality you are having, you will be able to use the sophistication over here. So for radio, television, and smartphone survey, not much of money is not needed. And also computer enabled to a network. Here also most of us, most of the crowd around India, or the population around India, they are connected to the smartphone over there, and thereby we will be able to very critically collect their feedback, or we will be able to collect an opinion poll. So this is how the various devices can be used over here. And if we are various, even for the virtual meeting, we will be able to use the video conferencing, and also the distance learning methodology can be effectively applied in today's scenario. So specifically concentrating. Please mute your microphone.
Surendra sir. Surendra sir.
Dr. Surendra, please you kindly mute your microphone. So ICT in higher education is not only used in research, but also in academic work also we will be able to actively incorporate the ICT facilities that I'll be showing in the next session. And also it can be used for developing online course material, delivering student content and sharing content with the remotely located students, communication between learners and teachers outside the world, creation and delivery of presentation and lectures in the field of academic research, administrative support, enrollment, test, evaluation, and many more can be done. So for that, powerful learning management systems are available. One will be able to adopt the learning management system. So on a broader scale, what is happening is generally ICT helps the researchers in the following research related tasks. So what is the first task a researcher has to accomplish is identify research areas and identify appropriate information sources through searching various online portals. So this is what the first point, and the second point is nothing but we are going to call it as a survey of literature, or you can even call it as a motivational work. In order to launch that particular project, or in order to work on that particular topic, what motivated the researcher? What inspired the researcher to work in that area? So literature survey and critically analyzes known information for further reading and further thinking about that particular project. Use the information to extend and communicate knowledge across subject area fields with the wide community. You don't have to restrict, in today's scenario, we don't have to restrict our discussion with our own organization colleagues. We will be able to, even at the national level, we will be able to exchange information, as I said in the last slide. At the international level also, we will be able to communicate with different scientists who are working in that domain. And then very critically, the questionnaire preparation, that is, choose the methods of research. What type of data you need and how you are going to get the data. What is the source of the data, how you are going to get your research data. So for that, you have to very critically plan whether you are doing a survey or whether you are doing a feedback or you are taking any other measurement or statistics you are going to collect. So choose methods of research. Then on the other hand, next one is you have to find a method of data collection. Whether are you doing a physical data collection by giving paper questionnaires, or are you creating a forum, say a web forum, and then collecting the information. So all this has to be very critically planned, and it has to be executed accurately. So data collection and manage information and data collected has to be stored accurately. Then next comes the referencing. Referencing is you have to very critically go through the latest papers where the scientists have worked at 5 years or 6 years back, and what is their contribution in that particular area. We have to very briefly, we have to summarize that and we have to document. So this is going to help us in critically understanding what exactly is done till today and how we have to go forward, taking that information as a foundation. So present, share, disseminate, instantaneous information exchange despite geographical distances, and it costs very less financially. It is not a burden to the researcher. Very critically, we will be able to contact people who are working wherever they are in the world. We will be able to communicate to them. We will be able to seek their guideline, or we can discuss with them. And then accumulation of data and the documents can be done systematically by using appropriate computer programs. Then search multiple databases and electronic resources simultaneously. So in just like life science or any other science, there are subject domain databases are available today. So one will be able to log into these databases, and then we will be able to collect the right type of information that we need to complete our project. So retrieve results in a common format for further analysis, so that the non-computer compatible or non-software compatible formats, if we are going to download from some of the database, we will not be able to analyze it further. So retrieve results in a common format, for which we will be able to further a subject for analysis. So link to other individual databases for more specialized searching, and select favorite resources and e-journals save the searches and records, and set up email alerts. So for example, if one or two journals are our favorite journal where many people are contributing to that journal in our area of research, then you will be able to say enroll your email there. Whenever a new paper in that particular domain is going to be published, immediately an alert is going to come to your email. So that way you will be able to stay always connected. So the role and application of ICT in research and higher education or academic work can be broadly divided into four major areas. The first one is communication. Communication with the fellow researchers or fellow colleagues without any geographical barrier. Today we will be able to connect to the research community spread over the world. So we will be able to interact with them and then seek their expertise or whatever experience. If they have published, if they are very popular scientists in that, in your own, whatever project that you are doing in your area of research domain, you will be able to communicate to the international community or national community, and then you will be able to seek their guidance. So this is how we will be able to establish a very good network. Then information sharing. So whatever new paper that they are going to write and publish, that can be shared with the junior fellows who are working in that particular area of research. So quickly and easily information can be shared across the globe. Then simulation. Simulation is in silico simulation. In the software, in the appropriate software in the computer, we will be able to simulate. And even the robotic experiments we will be able to do. I don't know the simulation, how well you will be able to apply in the field of social science, I am not aware. So in life science, we are setting up virtual labs, and also we are using the robotic or artificial intelligence. Very critically, we are using in order to analyze our data. Then finally, the fourth step will be evaluation. So very critically, the data has to be analyzed, and visualization tools. Various tools and technology for feedback and evaluation can be developed, and it can be very actively used. And evaluation can be done by many methods. Physical method, or by interview, or by radio, or by smartphone, or developing a able to evaluate. So specifically, you will be able to see there are thousands of digital tools for researchers to help you through your journey to find the interesting facts. Covering detail is say specifically in the short period of time, if I'm going to talk about the statistical tools, or if I'm going to talk about the text tools and the databases and the various other facilities that are available. So we have specifically, I have covered the ICT product which help in exploring literature, content curation, sharing data, code connect, and then the other tools required for data collection and evaluation, writing and publishing of the paper. So I have restricted my discussion today to very specifically what a researcher has to very critically perform. So you will be able to use the search engines very actively. So Google is there, Bingo is there, Yahoo is there. So these are the search engines one will be able to use via internet. And then one will be able to explore millions of theses and already published articles, and keep you up to date with the latest happenings in your area of interest. So whatever may be your domain, you have to capture the important keywords over there in whatever way, in whatever subject or whatever domain you are doing the research. So identify the crucial keywords of that particular topic, and then using Google, Bing, or Yahoo, you will be able to type those keywords, and you will relevant literature, relevant thesis and other articles you will be able to get access into. So in this particular slide, I have given the important online tools to explore millions of research articles across the globe. There are millions of papers that are available. And now with the electronic library facility and electronic e-journals, almost all the journals have converted into the electronic platform. So very easily we will be able to collect those papers. So the popular site wherein authentic site where we will be able to go till the say abstract level, or if it is a free journal, we will be able to download based on the author name, we will be able to search, or topic name. Google Scholar is a very popular portal wherein provides a way to broadly search for scholarly literature across disciplines and sources. Next is the Microsoft has also come out with a academic search portal. So it finds information about academic papers, authors, conferences, journals, and organizations from multiple sources. Then you have the third one will be the ScienceScope. ScienceScope is an innovation in the exploration of papers and authors. Then the most popular portal that you will be able to use is the ResearchGate. ResearchGate is a professional network of scientists and researchers. Over 15 million members all over the world use it to share, discover, and discuss various topics of research. So then you have a BioHunter. So BioHunter is a portal with literature search, data statistics, reading, sorting, storing, field expert identification, and journal finder. So ResearchGate, ScienceScope, Microsoft Academic Search, and Google Scholar are the top most four portals that you will be able to use in order to communicate, in order to contact them, or you will be able to download if the journal is an open source journal. From here itself, you will be able to, it will guide to the journal site and you will be able to download the full length paper. So then EDU. EDU is again a very good platform for academics to share research papers. Whoever developed whatever the software company who has developed this EDU platform is to accelerate the world research. So they are doing on a philanthropist basis in order to say support and empower the international or a global research. So you have one more, SSRN. It is a multidisciplinary online repository of scholarly research and related materials in social science. So this will be highly relevant to you. Google Scholar, Microsoft Academic Research, ScienceScope, ResearchGate, EDU, and SSRN. SSRN is a very good portal that all social scientist researchers you will be able to actively use. Then you have one more portal that is called as the Deep Dive. So provides a simple and affordable access to millions of articles across thousands of peer-reviewed journals, content from the world's leading publishers, including Reed Elsevier, Springer, Wiley, Blackwell, and many more publishers are collected, and it is interlinking. So, and you have the Wiki Journal Club. So Wiki Journal Club is a open user reviewed summaries of the top studies in the medical research it is going to give, and you can also search for the social science. I'm very actively using the BioHunter and the Wiki Journal. So for life science, it is a very good source. For social science, you will be able to use the other that I have specified. So you have, in continuation with that, you have the data bank, Google, and then the GitHub for software code deposition, and then Open Science Framework, SlideShare, GOV UK is there, and the GOV of USA is there, gov.in is specifically available, but it is a very good step taken by the government of India over here. Open Government Data Platform India is a platform supporting open data initiative of Government of India. The portal is intended to be used by Government of India, ministries, department, and their organization to publish data sets, documents, services, tools, applications collected by them for public use. So this is a very good portal at the national level, and we should really congratulate the Indian government to provide this specific facility, and it intends to increase transparency in the functioning of government and also open avenues for many more innovative users of government data to give a different perspective. So you need not conduct the experiment at all. So whatever data that is there in this gov.in, you can see your domain and collect the data, and then you will be able to use your intelligence and your experience and analyze them, and you will be able to interpret it in your own direction. So that analysis might also help the government in making policies and declaring incentives and other things. So next is the Code Ocean. So Code Ocean is a cloud-based computational platform which provides a way to share, discover, and run published codes. So this is purely if we want to say use a innovative software and the existing tools are not suitable for our type of work, means then we will be able to search in Code Ocean or in the GitHub. So this is for the programmers. So then we have a peer evaluation, open repository for data, paper, media, coupled with a open review and discussion platform. And you have a ORG offers a open government data from US, European Union, Canada, and then the other countries. And then Google Finance. So Google Finance is again a very powerful and a very useful portal. 40 years worth of stock market data is updated in real-time environment. So especially the economics students and economic researchers, they can utilize this facility and they will be able to work on it. And then you have a lot of facilities are available. The toolbox google.com also can be used for data search. So this is how one will be able to, in order to query in the Google Finance, you can use the following link that I have given there. So connect and communicate with experts and researchers. So far I was discussing about what are the databases, what are the information repositories that are available in the world as on today. So on the other hand, if you want to communicate with experts and researchers, you have academia, you have NET, you have Open Science Framework, you have ResearchGate, Academic Joy, Experiment, LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a very powerful portal, very good portal in order to exchange and link to our domain researchers across the globe. Then you have the Think Table, you have Science Open, and you have the communication tools like WebEx, Skype, TeamViewer, or Zoom, or whatever we are using today. So these are the list of facilities in this slide I have given: Academia, NET, Open Science Framework, ResearchGate, Academic Joy, Experiment, LinkedIn, Thinkable, and then the Science Open and Communication too. So this very effectively we will be able to use, and we will be able to form our own group. We can form a very critical group over here. Then coming to the next facility that is available is the free digital libraries that are available. So you will be able to very critically, the use of library resources is an integral part of research. With the Indian perspective, we have the National Digital Library of India. It is a project under the Ministry of Human Resource Development. The objective is to integrate several national and international digital libraries in one single web portal. So very good work, especially the National Digital Library of India, they have done. Then you have the Internet Archive. It is a non-profit library of millions of free books, movies, softwares, music, websites, and many more. Internet Archive offers nearly around, say, 120 lakh freely downloadable books and texts are available. And there is also a collection of nearly, say, 5 lakh 50,000 modern electronic books that may be borrowed by anyone. So this is a wonderful, again, a very one of the best technological facility that it is available online. And in India, specifically the Ministry of Human Resource Development, MHRD, Government of India has launched a national repository of open educational resources. In short, it is called as NROER. So the development of this has been a combined effort of the Department of School Education and Literacy, Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India, and the Central Institute of Educational Technology, National Council of Educational Research and Training. So these are the Meta Studio. So this is specifically, you can log in and you will be able to see this. It's a very beautiful repository where right from first standard you will be able to get the information. And the ultimate goal of open library is to make all published work of humankind available to everyone in the world. Why we have to incorporate? What is the reason why the ICT facilities are required for researchers and teachers is there should be a aim, there should be a goal. What is the goal over here? The open library facility concept is to make the published work, whatever papers that the scientists are publishing in any discipline, in any domain, it should be available to the other researchers or students or teachers. It should be available anywhere in the world. It should be available. While large in scope and ambition, the goal is within our grasp. Achieving it will require the participation of librarians, authors, government officials, and technologists. So there has to be powerful hardware facility should be available, powerful software facility should be available, and at the same time, the stakeholders are the teachers over here, the stakeholders are the researchers over here. So many books provides is another important portal where free ebook for your postdoctoral analysis or iPad or ebook or the PDA. So this is the device I am talking about. You will be able to download the ebooks to the following devices. Where either to the PDA you will be able to download, or to the iPod, or to the ebook reader. So Amazon ebook reader is available at a very affordable cost. So that we will be able to download, or to the iPods and the other tablets and other devices we will be able to download. And you can randomly browse for an ebook to the most popular title, recommendations, and recent reviews. All this information is available. Nearly around 21,282 ebooks are available from here, and they are all free. You don't have to pay a single paisa. So one more portal is there called as Get Free Ebooks. The free ebook site where you can download free ebooks freely. All the ebooks within the site are legal. They are legal, and then downloadable free ebooks. So these two I'm using effectively, wherein very easily you will be able to download in the form of a PDF file or in any other format, depending upon to what device you are downloading and what is the operating system, whether you are using an Apple iPad or whether you are using a Microsoft iPad. Depending upon that, you will be able to collect the right type of say version. So then coming to I was talking about the simulation and the virtual lab. So simulation and virtual lab setup. So Internet of Things is coming to laboratories and connecting instrumentation to the internet, allowing us to perform experiments from anywhere in the world. And then virtual lab project is an initiative of the Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India, under the aegis of National Mission on Education through Information and Communication Technology. So this project is a consortium activity of 12 participating institutes. So the top BROS institutes of our country, the IIT Delhi, and is coordinating, and it is I will be able to say that it's a paradigm shift in ICT based education. For the first time, such as initiative has been taken up in remote experimentation. So no institution will all the institutions sometimes will not be able to afford very costly equipment where we require very high-end equipments. Means we will be able to use those equipments that are present here, as I have given over here. If the equipments are internet enabled, from wherever you are there, you will be able to log in and utilize those instrumentation facilities. So in that context, MHRD and IIT Delhi has joined hands in setting up the virtual lab. So then you have another facility called as the lab suite, inventory management, order management, material trading, and price comparison. So this is again a very relevant portal to the domain of specifically economics or any other MBA management field. And the Life Technologies Lab Management Tool. This is again a management tool for lab equipment and services. You have one more facility called as the Live Lab Space, collaborative research tool that lets you plan experiments, replicate outcomes, and generate research papers. So this is again a very wonderful facility for simulation and for the virtual lab. So finally, you have done the research survey, you have done the data collection, you have analyzed the data, and then how to write a paper and publish research papers using the ICT facilities. There are various online available writing tools are the needs of a researcher. Tools are required to store and manage references, collaboration across the labs and continents, and collaborative writing tools, track of the modifications done by others to the manuscript. So this is how we will be able to see the journal, or in what stage, if you had submitted a manuscript, in what status the manuscript is there, whether it has gone for reviewing, whether the reviewer had made the comment, whether it is processed or not. So continuous pipeline tracking we will be able to do by the various online writing tools that are available. Then the most important in research paper writing is the citation style. How are you going to do the citation in the paper? Every journal and every subject have their own style of citation. So very clearly find and edit citation style in very critically as per the journal requirement, as per the domain of that particular subject requirement. One will be able to set the citation. We will be able to critically do the citation, bibliography citation, and inside the text citation also we will be able to perform. So then coming to the papers, it will help the researcher to collect and curate the research material that you are passionate about. So this is the reference material collection. So the more accurately and more elaborately, if a researcher is going to do the research material survey, then he is going to become highly knowledgeable in that particular area. Then accordingly designing his research work will become very easy, and completing the research will become very meaningful. So then you have the Zotero. Zotero helps to collect, organize, cite, and share the research resources. So the draft is again another tool that is available. version control and collaboration to improve the writings. So while writing our thesis, the draft copy will be there. Then we are going to give one correction. We are going to have one more version. Nearly till the submission of the thesis, nearly 4 versions of the thesis will be there. So that way we will be able to track the drafts, and we will be able to see where, how, at what level, what type of correction we have given. So then we have one more tool called as the TypeWrite, a simple real-time collaborative writing environment. And you have the Science Open, freely accessible research network to share and evaluate scientific information. So whatever list of tools that I have given over here, so these are the list of tools that are absolutely required. Depending, seeing our subject domain, we will be able to select, seeing our research activity, we can select the right type of tool from here for writing and publishing research papers. So I'm concentrating on the Indian scenario over here. ICT in research sponsored by Government of India, if you are going to take here. So India has been ranked 121 among the 157 countries in terms of progress in the realm of information and communication technology. A newly released report of the International Telecommunication Union, which makes an annual assessment based on wide range of parameters and data. So this is again a research they have done. That is the International Telecommunication Union. They have made a survey. So in that, nearly we have ranked 121 out of the 157 countries that has participated in terms of how savvy people are with technology and how many people are utilizing the ICT facilities in their work or in teaching or day-to-day activity, or specifically in governance and also in research. So all these parameters are taken and the ranking is done. So National Mission on Education through ICT is a major initiative of Government of India in the direction of intending to leverage the potential of ICT in providing high quality, personalized and interactive content to the students, free of cost to all the learners. So even no child or no student, they did not complain that we are not having a competitive teacher in that particular area. So they will be able to log into this resource, and according to the course that they are doing, they will be able to get the material. So we will be able to add for this at the international level, we will be able to add the YouTube also to this. So number of lectures and number of say videos, relevant videos are uploaded to this particular portal. So coming to the third point is the National Mission on Education through Information and Communication Technology has under the aegis created virtual lab, open source and access tools, virtual conference tools, talk to teacher programs, a non-invasive blood glucometer, and also for simulated lab experiments, a dielectric frequency shift, the application development of a resonator for low-cost oscillators. This is with respect to biophysics work. So these are the achievements. The Indian government is also not lagging behind. The main aim of the MHRD is to reach the students from the remotest area. Also, he should be able to get a good study material, good virtual teacher. He should be able to listen to a good video uploaded by a very experienced good teacher, so that the learning process has to happen at the school level, high school level and the college level. So in that context, they have created this MOOC Swayam And there are, and also in Doordarshan, you will be able to see nearly around 10 channels dedicated for the classroom teaching via television 24/7. They are transmitting. So these are the efforts that is done by Government of India. So scaling down to ICT relevant to research, ICT had effects on many facets of social science research. They can be classified into, as I mentioned earlier itself, ICT application in pre-data analysis, and also ICT application in data analysis, ICT application in post-data analysis. And this is how one will be able to think about adopting the information communication technology. So coming to the ICT application in pre-data analysis is mainly the literature survey, that is article availability, thesis and dissertation availability, literature search, content search, literature tracking, and quantitative data collection or qualitative data collection, big data and its analytics. So these are a researcher, whoever is planning to undertake research in that particular, in his domain of choice, he has to think in all these parameters. So what are the papers that are available in this domain, and the research thesis and dissertations that are available? Then very critically, a comprehensive research survey has to be made, and then tracking of the literature, and then whether you are collecting quantitative data or qualitative data, or if it is a very big data, then what is the methodology to handle it and to analyze it. So ICT application in data analysis includes examples of how ICTs are applied on activities during the stage of data analysis. So in data analysis, you have to very critically see that whether it is a alphanumerical data or a numerical data or all alpha data. So that is how we'll also be able to classify it as a quantitative data and a qualitative data. So lastly, ICT application in post-data analysis refers to examples of how ICT is applied on activities of social science. So reference and bibliography compilation, article and thesis dissertation discussing among researchers, supervisors, and specifically even a virtual viva or defense can be done. PhD defense we are doing critically in a virtual mode. And then most important part is when you are going to write any paper or thesis, plagiarism verification has to be done. So plagiarism detection can be done by using various plagiarism detection softwares. And the most important is you have done the research, you have struggled nearly for more than 1.5 years to collect that particular data, you have analyzed the data, that has to be published. So how are you going to publish? You have to scale down on the specific journal in your area of research, and then you have to prepare the manuscript as per the guidelines of the journal, and then you have to submit. So this is the ultimate goal of any researcher. And the paper that you have written should be written in such a way that it should not be rejected. It should never come back. It should be accepted by that particular journal, and a very minimum minor comments should come out of the reviewers. So that should be a negligible correction, so that immediately you will be able to correct it and you will be able to send back. So this is how, if the entire pipeline of research, you are using the latest, you are adopting the latest technology. It need not be ICT only. It can be any technology that is available and at par with the international standards. If we are going to do the research, then writing of the paper will not be a problem. If a researcher is highly knowledgeable in his domain of research, within no time he will be able to write and comprehend the data and interpret the data and come out with meaningful outcomes of the work. And that can be compiled in the form of a manuscript, and it can be submitted to the relevant journal in that topic domain. So the once submitted paper, it should never be rejected and it should not come back. Minor corrections by the referees or reviewers should be there, and that minor corrections always we will be able to defend and we will be able to incorporate it, and it should be published. So this should be the cycle. So then coming to the tools, so far I was talking about the various activities of research. So for data analysis, generally, what are the important software that absolutely a social scientist requires is the data that you are going to collect has to be statistically analyzed. Without statistical analysis, the social science data will be meaningless. So for that, you will be able to use the SPSS software, the SCIS software, the STATS software. You can use the R software. And if you are not having any of these facilities, you don't have to worry at all. Again, the Microsoft Excel software itself, one will be able to do and do the statistical analysis. Excel is also a very good program. Then coming to the qualitative research software, you have the Atlas, you have the NVO, and then editing and text editing software is you have the MS Word, you have OpenOffice. And if you are using for physics and mathematics people, they have a lot of notations and mathematical formulas and other. One will not be able to type in the MS Word. So for that, they required the LaTeX and the other softwares. And presentation is also most important. The most popular presentation tool that is used is the PowerPoint. And in order to very accurately do the bibliography, you will be able to use the EndNote is a very good software for bibliography and also the RefWork. And now recently the Zotero is also used, but most from our department, most of the students, they are using the EndNote. So what about the SPSS software? SPSS is a sophisticated tool originally designed to support analysis and management of social science data. Today, the software sees widespread usage in academia, but academics aren't the only professionals who use a number of insurance, government, financial services, market research, healthcare, retail, risk management, and telecommunication. All of them, they are very actively using the SPSS software. Actually, the name of SPSS is a statistical package for social science. So that is a very specific software. So then on the other hand, out of the top 7 data analytic tools, Excel stands in the second position. It is a tool built in pivot tables are available. And Excel is a very user-friendly and very easily scientists will be able to, researchers will be able to use this, and no need of any expensive data analysis course. One need not undergo, easy to know, and the pivot table or one of the best standard pivot tables we are going to get. Then of course, if none of the softwares are suitable to you, then you can go for your own development of a software by yourself. So for that, you can use the Python programming language. So the terrific data analysis tool, we will be able to create by doing programming in the Python, and also helps us to perform. And if you go to the GitHub and the other Cloud Foundry and other places, you are going to get the code written by other scientists, and they would have dumped their code in the GitHub. So for the other researchers to use freely, we will be able to download and use it. Then coming to the SAS software, the Bank of America, Discover, say the Orlando Magic, Honda, all of them, they are using the SAS software over here. So pretty much any conceivable industry can benefit enormously from leveraging the vast potential of SAS. SAS is in most of the industries around the globe, they are very effectively using the SAS software. Banking, automotive, healthcare, education, insurance, manufacturing, oil and gas, sports and utilities, all of them, they are very actively using the SAS platform. Coming to the startup, researchers of all hues have critically, they have thanked the Stata Corporation for creating the Stata software in 1985. So this is a all-purpose statistical tool, and pretty much everyone can use Stata to analyze data. Researchers in biomedicine, sociology, epidemiology, economics, political science, they have over the other softwares, they have used the Stata program, and thereby you will be able to critically analyze your data in a new perspective. So this is Stata is by researchers and for researchers. That is their slogan, a kind of tool for data management training. So this is how in the remotest places of Africa also they have used it for the analysis of the data in their country. And coming to the R programming, to become a valuable business analyst or a data scientist or data analyst or a data miner, whatever may be the nomenclature that you are going to give here. So one should master the R as soon as possible. So R is both hugely popular programming language and one of the best data analysis tools. So then you have the NVO, NVIVO. So this is a collection, loads of high quality, qualitative and mixed methods of data are now preparing to analyze it. So specifically, appropriate data analytic tools is absolutely needed for our data analysis. So specifically, NVO provides itself on being among the finest qualitative and mixed methods of data analysis and software ever designed. So specifically, NVO was developed by the QSR International. The tool helps researchers to glean meaning from research material laden with lots of multimedia and text-based information. Tool enables researchers to dive deep and exhaustively analyze their data. So if it is not a numerical data, if it is a lot of text and other alphanumerical and even sometimes images also might be there in our data collection. So at that time, we will be able to use this. So I'm coming to the journal part. So specifically, you will be able to see over here, these are the top journals in the area of political science, annual review of, and also the citation index I have given. Highest citation index, annual review of political science, policy and society, political analysis, American political science review, review of international organization, international security. So the list goes on like this for the political science. Then coming to the sociology, what are the high order journals, top 10 journals I have given over here? Annual Annals of Tourism Research, American Sociological Review, then Population and Development Review, Annual Review of Sociology, Journal of Cultural Economy. So, and the list goes on like this. Then still in geography and law and other domain also, the list is available. So in the law domain, you have the European Journal of Psychology applied to legal context, then Journal of Law and Biosciences, then Harvard Law Review, Stanford Law Review, Yale Law Journal. So the say the national environmental law and the law of human behavior, psychology, public policy, and law. So these are the standard journals that are available, and also who are the publishers also I have given over here. So by adopting ICT, what is going to happen? Accurate data collection can be done, accurate analysis can be done, and the manuscript creation and the statistical analysis, and finally publishing. So these are the 5 important activities a researcher has to perform, and he will be able to perform effectively by using the various tools that are available here, especially for social science. So this is the home page of a university that I'm showing over here, Northeastern University. So in the university homepage itself, they have given a link. See here, social science, data, software, and visualization tools. So in their central server itself, for students, for teachers, and for the researchers, the analysis tools are available here. If you click here, it will take you to the software, and very easily using the online web interface itself, one will be able to analyze the data. So every student and every department, because the statistical softwares are available, is needed for everyone, irrespective of their, say, research domain. So a centralized facility is created by the Northeastern University over here, so that all the softwares that are specifically required for the social science researchers, they will be able to access this from the very university website. So this is how a lot of changes are happening across the globe, and at par we have to say with the international community with respect to technology and with respect to analysis, then only the research will be meaningful. Otherwise, if we are not going to incorporate all these components in our research, all these tools in our research, somewhere the quality of the research is going to suffer, and also the recognition of the research will not be there. So these are the 2 points that I would like to emphasize. With this, I conclude. Thank you.